All right, today we're going to compare the Smart SMD from Temu against the Siglent SDM3065X. If you're going to see how it stacks up, stick around. So here we have, it is model MS8910. Get this open, and we don't need no stinking instructions. Let's see if I can get the SMD out, which maybe I can't. Well, so she's in there pretty good. You also have a spare set of contacts. These are forked. I don't know how that helps, but that's what they are. And of course, we're going to compare this to the Siglent SDM3065X. Now, I'm not crazy. Trust me, I know you think I'm crazy. I'm using the SDM3065 because I want to get, because it's going to be the most accurate meter I've got. I have a Fluke, I have some other ones, but the SDM3065X is going to be the most accurate meter I've got. And so I'm going to pop up in one of the corners. That meter will show up here in just a moment, and you will get comparisons from it to this. Now I'm going to do some comparisons with onboard chips as well as individual chips. I'm going to do capacitance, diode, and resistance. And we'll see just exactly how accurate this is. It's not to see if it's better than, of course, the Siglent. It's not. But it is to see how accurate it is compared to the Siglent multimeter. So stick around and we'll get to that in just a moment. Okay, so hopefully I've got the videos synced up here. So let's get this turned on. All right, and it is in auto. So let's start with, so there's diode, there's some capacitors, some resistors. You can see that pretty well. Let me seems to be, let's give it some more time, 4.14. Now let's check it on the, actually let me turn that to capacitance. .91. So let's say 4.9 and 4.1 to try to get a better reading, because this is kind of hard. Let me see if I can do this. Just bend these leads in a little bit. See if maybe I can hold this down. See that? I'm going to have to actually change this to capacitance because it's not. It's diode, continuity, auto. So let's see here. .28. So it's calling it a 5.28 microfarad, and we will check again. The Siglent is calling it a 4.9. Okay, so let's check another capacitor. So this capacitor is another 4.7. Let's just see what we got here. We will check this one on the Temu smart meter, 5.27. So it's pretty much repeating the same reading. And the Siglent is giving us .937. Of course, the Siglent has much more resolution, so let's see. This one is a 10 microfarad. And it's given a 10.55 microfarad. And the Siglent I'm going to say 10.63. All right. So what I'm not gonna, because these right here, I don't know about the quality of these capacitors. I'm trying to see the accuracy of this in comparison to my desktop multimeter. A 99.6 ohm. So 99.6 ohm. And then let's change it to resistance and see what we get here. I'm just going to call that 94.2. So we've got a 94.2. And then let's take a look at these Z's. So put it on diode. .6. Okay, so $5.90 $592.5. And again, let's check. $601. So now let's check these. So I would assume this is the negative. 611. And then the siglant. .602. I'm just going to say 602 because the point really doesn't matter. So 602. So that's pretty doggone close with the siglant. Okay, so let me see if I can find some other components and see what else we can test with this and compare it to the siglant, and I'll be right back. All right. Oops. Okay, I don't know if you can see the lead lighting up, but 1.788 is what we're getting, and the lead is lighting up. .800. 1.800. Okay, so that is looking pretty good. Check another one. 1.795. And the siglant. Well, you know what? It's aggravating. 1.797. I'm going to say 11.62. Oops, slipped off. .76. So I'm going to say 11.76. All right, so we've got those tests done. Let me get these leads out of the way. All right, so we're back. Now, I wrote down the rated capacity that was written on the capacitors that we checked. And the first two that we checked were rated at 4.7, and the second two that we checked were rated at 10. And so on the siglant, on the first two, we got 4.9 and 4.9. And we got 5.2 and 5.2 consistently. Both meters registered consistently the same. The smart SMD registered plus 0.3 above the SMD siglant. And then on the 10s, we got a 10.5 and an 11.7 on the siglant, and a 10.6 and an 11.6 on the smart SMD from Temu, which is a plus 0.1 and a negative 0.1 difference between these two meters. So in my opinion, I mean, that is very good in comparison to the siglant multimeter. And this is like 100 thousandths of the price of a SDM3065X, which is a lot. So on the resistor, we measured 99.6, and on the SMD from Temu, 94.2, which was a difference of 5.4 less than what the Siglant registered. I didn't run the band codes to figure out what the resistance was supposed to be on the resistor. I don't know. It is. Again, that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm not trying, because the components that I have, they come out of all different kind of kits. I don't know if those capacitors come from SparkFun kits. I don't know if they come from the old basic stamp kits I've got. I don't know if they come out of something from Diode Check when they were in business, and some of them still are, or Temu, or AliExpress, or who. I don't know where they come from, so I'm not really concerned about the value that's written on those components, because I don't know how accurate those components actually are. I'm just trying to find the accuracy of this in comparison to the Siglant STM3065X. On the diodes, we registered 601 and 592 on the Smart STM, 611 and 602 again on the Smart STM, with a difference of -9 between the two. So we're kind of getting the same consistency in difference. So whatever the different variation on the diode was that we were reading on the Siglant, we're also getting a comparable difference with this meter on those same diodes as well, because we got a consistent -9 less on this one than we did on the Siglant. And then on the 1N4148 diodes, we had a 1.8 on the Siglant and a 1.8 on the STM, excuse me, the STM from Temu, and a 1.7 and a 1.7 respectively, again with the same meter. So in my opinion, this little TwEzEr here is a pretty handy little deal. Almost wish I wasn't giving it away, but I am. You've seen the numbers, you've seen the comparison with this as well as the Siglant STM 3065X, which is it was purchased brand new and is still within its calibration from the factory, so it's in good shape. I really trust the numbers that I get from it. So I feel confident in this right here as giving pretty decent numbers. Now, I don't know, and I don't mean to act like I know electronic components and everything that well. I'm still learning that stuff, and anything you can teach me, this is my opportunity to learn as well. So I don't really know what these numbers are in comparison with a diode. I know what a diode does. I know how to use a diode, but I really have no clue as far as the readings that I get from a diode. So I absolutely appreciate your precious time that you're spending here with me. I thank you, and I ask that if you feel led to, that you would like and subscribe. You should have already seen some stuff popping up here in the screen. If not, it soon will be. You'll have a link to something that is that you may like, as well as a option to subscribe, and another link that's going to be to the giveaway. So you can, when you watch that video on the giveaway, it is a link in the description that will go to the website, allowing you to subscribe. And I'll probably put up along the screen, possibly the length of the video, the website and the exact website that you need to type in to go to it if you just want to go that way. So anyway, again, I thank you for spending your precious time with me, and I hope that you're having a good day. Thank you, and God bless.